What's up, guys? I'm glad you got the giggles.
Man, that shit is hilarious, bro. What is going on? I can't, man.
I wonder why YouTube be so behind. Like, that's so annoying. Twitch don't take that long. Hello, everyone. How are you guys today?
What's going on, y'all? Man. We'll just kick it out, man. Let's start with Legends.
Yeah, the last 3 we had to catch up on.
Shit. I
That's
forgot
cool.
the last episode. We got like,
Ray and Gary.
oh yeah, the whole nipple shit. Gary was back in that episode though. He was talking this shit. He was talking this shit.
What's up, Alabama?
I don't like how they be having nipples have eyes and shit, and that shit was horrible.
Bonjour. Hello, Bart Allen. Gary Green is all the man you need, really.
Yeah.
That shit was retarded.
Fucking eye nipple, man. I'm trying to remember the episode because that's.
I mean, the demons took Ray,
Yeah.
took Constantine to the Ice Age just to trap the legends on the snow. Then they went to the medieval times to find his ancestor to get this portal to hell opened up, so it could be like, you know, both ways or whatever.
Zari is a baddie.
So basically, just, I mean, what they trying to do now is free Ray's soul from hell, right? And then Constantine jumped his ass up in there like a fool and disappeared or whatever. So that's what's going on with that.
You tripped me out. You said hell looked like Gotham.
It did with Bowser's Castle in the background. Don't you
I was
fuck
like,
that shit.
what?
Bowser's Castle in the back. I'm like, they doing the most. It look like Gotham from Titans. It look just like that.
Hey man, did y'all if you watched all 3 episodes, did you see that part where Tasha did the whole drab and fab shit? That shit was hilarious.
I'm glad you think that was so funny.
That shit, I when I'm working downstairs and I get tired, I watch that shit and I wake right up because that shit had me.
Don't use me for that.
That shit had me in
If your wardrobe is drab, then look fab by shopping at Married to the Real.
I did not expect you to say that shit. That shit was epic as fuck. That shit had me in tears laughing when I went down to do some edits. I was like, what the fuck did she say? Oh my god. Yeah, they.
I noticed that they put Nate with women who have to go back to their timeline when the mission is over. I don't think Zari going back nowhere though.
She has to.
Haven't watched Supergirl yet. Too busy watching everything else that everybody wants us to watch. Any of y'all here that are in the Houston area and not flooded? If it's not raining bad tomorrow, we still gonna be at Comic Palooza tomorrow, most of the day. So you know, might see y'all there. Yeah. Y'all go.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much it for.
What's up, Jordan?
Legends, like shit.
Yeah, that's all they really got going on now. I mean, Ray got away with Tabitha, which was the fucking fairy godmother. And then I think did Gary leave with them when they did at the end of the episode? Cause Ray and the fairy godmother like left, and I don't know if Gary went with them.
Nah, I think they had to get Gary because they had to get from his mind control.
Oh, but anyway,
No
I'm assuming
control.
they finna find another body for the fairy godmother because it's still is it 2 episodes left? I think.
Yeah.
They still got 2, so I think they're gonna find another body for her, and then all that shit gonna hit the fan or whatever.
So, Arrow was dope.
Not in spirit.
We got.
Yes, they made Ray kiss that old lady, bitch. I was done. They was flashing everybody. It was like, is he kissing the fairy godmother? Is that tongue? I was like, really? But yeah, that's probably it for Legends though. That's all. You know, it's crazy with them anyway. You refuse to watch Supergirl and give the CW support on Sunday as long as Charmed is on. What that got to do with Charmed? They got separate rating systems. You watching the show on the CW on Sunday don't dictate what they keep on. If Charmed on, it's because people watching Charmed. They don't have nothing to do with Supergirl. Thank you for the donation, Tropical HD. When Trey laughs, Tasha looks at him like, I'm done. Because he be laughing at stuff that ain't funny. It's funny to him.
Man, look. I'm sitting here.
You gotta
eat my snacks.
Do that.
And you say that shit. That shit came out of nowhere. I'm shocked. I was shocked.
That's how you plug your shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how you plug.
I didn't know you were doing no plug.
You ain't have to know that though, but I'm gonna need you to be professional.
No,
that was spur of the moment. I ain't know I was gonna do it either. It just came out. Can't be, you know what I'm saying, stunting my creativity because I gotta tell you what I'm gonna do beforehand.
Shit. Man, my fucking eye.
I don't know that either. I don't know if Tabitha possessing the fairy godmother or if that's actually her. I think it's actually the fairy godmother though, because all them creatures was like trash this season, even the unicorn.
So we got Emiko.
Right, when Supergirl go off, just change the channel. Don't leave it on to watch Charmed if you don't want to watch that. That's the best advice I can give you. So now we going on to Arrow.
Man, fuck.
Emiko done lost her goddamn mind. She needs to be put down. I'm tired of her. I tried to accept her and she just want to be jealous of Oliver because he didn't know she existed. Cause they dad decided to fuck somebody else, you know, and get her pregnant. Yeah, that's his fault.
Her dad slept with your mom. Had you?
What's up? Is it Dalen? Is that how you pronounce your name? Did you email me? Cause you won one of them comics in the comments. I remember your name. You probably did, but just if you didn't, just make sure you email me.
I don't think Oliver go kill nobody.
Not you thought Tabitha was gonna be the unicorn.
I don't think Oliver's gonna
kill. You need a counter for all the times Trey got something in his eye. Right, his eyes are always fucked up.
Well, man.
And you just rubbed it again.
Cause fucking eyelash, yo.
Tommy came back. Yeah, that was dope to see him. Even though he was the figment of Oliver's, you know, consciousness at the time since he was getting fucked up. But I'm like, that's your whole sister and she just blew up a building and dropped it on y'all. She don't give no fucks about you. It's time to not give no fucks about her. She popped up on your baby mama, about to pop her, and then she ain't shoot her, but she was like, good to know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she might fuck around and do some shit later. Like, she gonna let you have the baby, then come back and kill you after. Like, I ain't gonna hurt the child, but I'm gonna get the mom. I'll be back in 9 months. You need Thea to come back and drag Emiko by her lace front. I'm tired. You think a return character can kill Emiko to end the finale? I don't know, because I'm like, they got 10 episodes next season. So I'm wondering if they're going to go with like a whole new big bad or they're going to like not kill her in the finale and just have her come back with like more drama.
I feel like they should kill her. I feel like, well, somebody should kill her. I know Oliver's not going to kill her. I feel like somebody should either beat her ass or kill her. But next season we need a villain so bad that it make them
crying every episode.
No, it make them reconsider canceling that shit. They be like, man, fuck, the rating's so good from this shit. Maybe.
But
you know,
I would have been petty with Emiko, like, oh, you the one who knew our shit was gonna blow up? Well, thank you for turning me into the Green Arrow, bitch. I'm still better than you. I would have been like, I'm still better than you.
Fucking, like, man, when Oliver shot that arrow, and I was like, I saw Diggle, I was like, wait a fucking minute, how the fuck?
Oh, yeah, when he It made it seem like in his consciousness he was ready to end her. But it's like they were showing him by you killing her, you only gonna get your team killed. So I don't know. And somebody had a good theory like the monitor was really Tommy like testing his resolve for like later or whatever like that. I feel like that would have been dope too, I guess. But
notice the chemistry between Dinah and Roy.
just because she was hollering because she thought he was gonna die when he jumped over in that damn gas, you don't want to see nobody getting fucked up like that. You don't want to see nobody body melt in front of you, no shit like that. So, but I guess they got chemistry. I don't know. They the only ones together in the future right now. Renee with that toupee being mayor. I don't know where Diggle at in the future though. Like they haven't been showing him, so I wonder did he die at some point or is he just like retired? Call Sarah and tell her Emiko knew that shit was gonna explode. Your life got fucked up because of this chick.
No, we won't.
I can see Bronze Tiger coming back for the finale because they never finished that whole like whatever's gonna happen to him to where Diggle end up with his son. They never showed that like for the future flashes they've been showing.
So he finna die next episode. That's all y'all told me since he in the episode. So
I mean, we knew he was gonna die anyway if Diggle ended up with his son. Like we already knew that was coming. Ain't nobody finna adopt your child. You still walking around. What about Tommy if he brought back to be the villain for season 8? How they gonna do that though? If Diggle die, I'm gonna be mad. Do you think we'll get a spinoff Arrow with Roy? No, because I feel like they would have been showing him more if they was gonna do that. I feel like with Arrow leaving, that's how Batwoman coming into the picture. Like I feel like she gonna take their place because even though she a female, like that show would be gritty like how like Arrow is. So she basically taking his place. Now I ain't saying we ain't gonna never see Stephen Amell again, but I mean I don't necessarily feel like he gonna die. But something gonna happen to where they end the show, so I don't know. Cisco leaving. Dig probably died during Crisis in the future. It's possible. But I feel like he had to live longer than that though, because Crisis is this year. You got to think about the age these kids are at. And that little boy always said, like the boy who playing Connor, he like too small right now for them to put all that on him talking about watch this girl here. He had to make it a past that. Maybe he got injured and he don't do nothing no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he could have got injured and maybe he don't work anymore or, you know, do any of that. Because most of them, like besides the Canary Network, like most of the superheroes not doing anything right now. Because that's what, 2040? Even on The Flash, Nora said that even speedsters, like none of them people been around like that. So that's what I'm just like, I don't know. If Cisco don't leave in a peaceful way, you gonna break your teeth. But I thought he was done this past episode.
So Roy gave his suit to Thea. That's why they look exactly the same.
Right, they never made her a new suit.
Like that, he gave his suit to her,
and all the suits, like she gave it back. Like all the suits be hanging in the thing. Like
yeah, they had the same suit. Now, I
it's
know
only one Lazarus Pit left, I think.
But I know it doesn't fit them the same because she's so much smaller. They can't fit the same suit, but they made it look like that.
Yeah, we gonna watch Batwoman. I'm gonna watch that. Like, ain't no doubt about that. We mostly watch all the shows that come on the CW. It's just a matter of if we keep watching them. I mean, it's hell. I wouldn't think the sky would be blue though. You thinking that everybody dies and fight in hell where Constantine is? That's to explain the red skies. I'd be like, it's hell. What color the sky is supposed to be besides red or black? Like, I mean, if they feel like they can do that with the new showrunner next season, that's cool. But because they done rushed everything else, so I feel like she could be pregnant at the end of the season. But what does that mean going into Flash season 6? Because like if she having twins, ain't fans not gonna just sit on it and wait for them to feel like they gonna like if they gonna show that or not.
Because they wanted to cut an episode off. Like Flash didn't have 23, Arrow didn't have 23.
Yeah, I need Barry to step up a little more too though, because he should be running shit. Like he just be kind of waiting on people to make suggestions. I get we all a team, but that don't mean you can't call the shots and see if people agree or something like that. Y'all think Talia al Ghul gonna pull up in Batwoman? Mm-hmm.
It's possible.
Thank you, OD and Danielle. Yes, I think Trey said a showrunner. That's what they getting for Flash next season, right? A new showrunner.
Yeah.
Why you say it like that? What that mean? You said that shit like they got somebody trash.
No, it's not that. It's just like with new showrunners, it's you try to go a new direction, and sometimes that direction can it can keep your show running for the next 5 years, or it can tank your show and it run for the next 2 years.
I'ma stay positive. I'ma hope they bring back season 1 vibes. Like,
hey, give me season 1, season 2, and I'm in
that's
that
thing. Like I'm good.
I'm in that thing like, whoo-wee. Like
season 5 would have been better if they would have been a little tighter on the writing as far as Nora was concerned, because it's like they just let her be all over the place. It's like first she came back, everybody was so excited to see their daughter. Like then she act like she was 12 instead of however old she is. Then she bad for like one episode. Now she grown the next episode. Like I just feel like her writing was kind of like all over the place. If they would have tightened up on that and maybe like, I don't know, like they should have tightened up on her writing. The whole icicle storyline, like that one really ain't really do nothing for me. Like it was cool that Caitlyn got to see her daddy, but he died anyway. So it was like you already thought he was dead, and he just died anyway for real. So I don't know how they gonna do the Barry and Gideon thing. I don't know if they saving that for like when they think they may go off, or I don't know if it's just not important to them. Like I don't know why they keep going over that.
Going over what?
Like the Barry and Gideon thing.
Because they wrote themselves into a fucking corner with that shit. Now they have to figure that shit out, and they have to figure that shit out soon. Because they created that. They set it up, but they have to pay that off. Because fans are gonna, like, if they don't pay that off, I'ma let it be known.
Yeah, they brought her back as a fucking showrunner, and like the Walking Dead season was better, but like look at how far y'all fucked it up before it had to get better. Most people don't watch it now, so it don't matter. It don't matter if a show get better after everybody stopped watching it, because they stopped watching it.
What?
So, because somebody was saying like when you was talking about the showrunner, how they brought the lady for the Walking Dead and this season was better, but I'm like everybody had stopped watching it at this point. Like it don't matter if everybody stopped watching it. You going from like what? How many? I forgot how many millions of people used to watch The Walking Dead. Now it's like 4-5 million an episode. Like it's
they used to
almost
have,
down to the fucking CW numbers.
Yeah, like once, like if you in the 10 million range, and you bouncing from 10 million to all the way up to 17 million on certain episodes, and then you drop to 4, you've lost your audience. You've lost them. And like the CW, the highest rated show on the CW was, I think, since its inception, was The Vampire Diaries. You know what I mean? The Flash is second.
The CW have a history of having like great shows, and like it take like one little thing and then it just fuck it up. So.
Yeah, like you have to be careful with what you do with these characters. Like The Vampire Diaries probably could have went to 10 seasons.
I don't think they'll show Batman and Batwoman.
But when old girl left, it was a wrap. I knew that. I said that shit. When that shit happened, I was like...
Season 5 suffered mostly because Cicada's interesting. I feel like Cicada would have been much better. Like, I loved his performance when he wasn't Cicada anymore. Like, if he could have brought that into the villain, because, like, I get it. Maybe that's his first time being a villain. But like I always say, you can't always blame the actor because they have to act how it's written. Like, they're acting and somebody's telling them that the shit is okay. So you can't really get mad at them if somebody's telling them they doing a good job at what they doing. Like, if you present something to the class and your teacher be like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying, you get an A+, but then everybody else in your class looking at you like it was trash, you know, like, you ain't gonna know how to feel. So he probably felt some kind of way. Like, I honestly felt bad for him because when he debuted, he probably thought he was doing a good job until, like, he saw what people were saying online about Cicada. Like, I feel bad for you. Like, it wasn't, like, horrible because I've seen, like, super horrible acting, but I just feel like he could have toned it down. Like, it's a way to be evil without being overly, I guess, like, extra with it. That's why people who be like, they like the Dark Knight trilogy, I'm not that fond of it because he was so extra when he was Batman. You didn't need all that. All that extra with the voice, your throat out here. Right, like, you don't need all that. So I just feel like the looks that he was giving throughout the show and, like, his demeanor, I just feel like if he would have pulled back on that some and just been a little more natural with the villainism, I guess. I don't know if that's a word. Like, that probably would have been better.
Villainy?
I don't know, whatever the word is. Because, like, when Grace came into the picture, and then he wasn't really trying to be fucked up no more, like, when they gave him the cure, like, his acting was better. Like, it was better like that. So, I don't know. But, I mean, she doing a good job as, like, the Shikada or whatever. Like, she doing a good job. But I don't know if he knew just how to be, like, a villain like that. Because, like, think about how evil she is, but she not being extra with it. Like, she barely even say anything sometimes. And then when she do, it's not that extra.
I feel like...
Well, now, when they write, do they write for the whole season before they start it? Or do they just write for the first half and then they have to come back and write the second half?
No, man, they write episodes. They write the episodes and they keep going with the story.
Oh, yeah,
like they go back to work, I think, the second week of June. And they're writing episodes, like, because the actors go back
July.
the second week of, like, July.
Because they go back to shoot enough for Comic-Con footage. For
yeah, they go be up to episode, like, 2. So,
but even with the show like On My Block, that's a 30-minute show. These are hour shows, like 45 minutes or whatever. It don't matter how short a show is. I've seen short shows that are trash. Like, it don't matter how short a show is. That doesn't make a show good because it's short. When Flash first came out, how many episodes was the first season? It was 20-something, right? Or no?
23.
That's what I'm saying. Like, wasn't nothing wrong with season 1, and I was in love with season 2. Season 3 didn't bother me as much as it bothered other people because we kind of knew where it was going anyway, but I guess just the reveal was too long in some people's eyes. But I'm like, you can write a 23 or 22, however many episode season, and it not be bad. But the downfall is, like, you need somebody like Trey that's going to study the show. So, like, if I'm coming to write episode 4, after these people that wrote 1, 2, and 3, I need to know where to pick up and what to do. They have them people come in and write, and they probably don't even be knowing all the details of, like, other seasons. So that's how you get fucked up.
That's how you get Iris saying, this is how you get Cisco saying, describing timelines fucked up, and then the shit is completely wrong. You get Iris saying when you went to 2020, and he didn't go to 2020, he went to 2024. You get those little errors, and those little errors are big to people. Like, you get those kind of mistakes,
What's up, Nova?
and people get upset. They're like, cause I catch that kind of stuff. So let's talk about the timeline thing that Ralph was talking about. So Ralph is a fucking master detective. This is why Sherlock is gonna die. Like, we already know Sherlock was gonna die because we got Ralph figuring out the whole fucking time travel thing. And, like, Joe's gonna be captain next season, so we see what they're setting up for him. He's gonna be captain. Sing's gonna be mayor. So Ralph with the time travel thing, he was like, the original timeline, the guy, the original Cicada went and he got away. They never caught him. They never did anything. Nora comes back. Thawne tells her to come back, hit the satellite. That changes the trajectory. Now we got the Cicada that we know. So that timeline is going on. That was the original. That's the timeline we were on. When She-Cada came back, that changed something else. So Tasha was making a point. Why did Nora's hair change? Her hair changed because remember we saw her in doing Godspeed, right? We saw her during the Godspeed episode. She had long hair. She cut her hair that quick. Like it was just boom. Like she was coming back and forth, back and forth. For her, it's only been like an hour.
My reasoning was just saying that she didn't cut her hair because in Godspeed it was long, and then when we saw her at the wedding, you know, like showing up at their house and all that stuff, she had the long hair. I felt like the Enlightenment, like when she punched the satellite, that changed something. Like that made like a new branch of the timeline or whatever. Because why would you cut your hair when you about to go tell these people who you are? You know what I'm saying? I would leave my hair long so they recognize me. Why would you change your hair when you finna expose who you are? It'd be different if you changed it so they couldn't find out who you were. But if you was finna tell them anyway, it made
like
no point for her to cut her hair.
This is the thing that got me. I was like, when they initially showed it in season 5, episode 1, that her running, her hair was short. But as we saw with Godspeed on the Godspeed episode, like, her hair was long. Like it hasn't been that much time. Like she cut her hair herself. What the fuck?
I just felt like her hair changed when she punched the satellite.
No, her hair didn't change then. Her hair was already short. Because go back to season 5, episode 1, she was running. She was telling them the story. Her hair was short then.
But how do we know when she was telling it? Like from what point was she telling the story?
She was when Barry was running. That's when she was telling the story.
But season 5, episode 1 was when she when she showed up at their house to tell them who she was, right?
Yes.
But the Enlightenment had already happened. So like her hair could have changed when she punched the satellite. That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh, you mean before?
Right.
The Enlightenment.
The satellite. Like the satellite is the key. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like the Enlightenment maybe was supposed to happen regardless, but she wasn't supposed to interfere. That was the thing. Her hair was long, and when she interfered, that changed something, and that made her hair short. Going into season 5, that's why her hair is short. Season 4, when they showed her in them episodes, her hair was always long.
I know that in season 4 her hair was long, but this is what I'm saying. When she was running, they showed a scene of her running. Her hair was short.
But the scene you're talking about is when her hair was short. That's what I'm saying. When we seen her go back to the future, that's before she got here. That was before she got here, so her hair would still be long. Like, even though we seen it on the back end, that still happened before we got here.
Before we got where?
Before we got to... When she went and asked for Thawne for help initially.
Yes.
That's when she first showed up in town, season 4, even though we seeing it now. That was before the wedding. That's her initially trying to get there in the first place.
Leaving a little mark here, like Sherlock said, leaving a little indentation here, a little point here.
Right, but all that stuff is basically season 4, so her hair was long.
Right.
When that Enlightenment happened and she hit the thing with the jacket on, like that Iris had on or whatever that did is what I feel like changed her hair. That's what I'm saying. Because even when she met Caitlyn and old boy in the bar, when she knocked the coffee on her, wasn't that hair still long? Like, her hair didn't change until after she hit the satellite.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, because...
But the satellite incident happened at the end of season 4. Like, yes. We agreeing, but it's like you started saying no.
Because I'm telling you that they showed her hair and they showed her running. So she would have had, like, her hair was already changed before she hit the satellite. That's what I'm trying to get you to see. Her hair was changed.
So they showed her with short hair before she touched the satellite. Like
yes, she was running up.
But if that's a mistake though, because like you just cut your hair to go hit a satellite.
So
or it's changed because she was finna do it. Like I'm just saying, because she rewound time a little bit, right? Like when it happened.
Yes, because Barry had punched the satellite. She rewound time to save him. Then she went running. They showed that season 5, episode 1. That's what I was trying to get you to see. Like, something you saying is not hitting home with me.
Well, I don't remember that. I remember. Yeah. I thought you was just saying like how when they came on with the intro and she was talking. I didn't know like it was before she hit the satellite. I always thought her hair changed after. Because that didn't make sense though. Why even cut it then if...
Yeah, like...
That don't make sense to me. Like, I just feel like that's something they did. It was no use. You could have kept up with the ponytail.
And like, the whole...
Because she had a mask on. Barry wasn't going to remember her from the wedding just by her ponytail. Like, why cut that off?
And I do feel like the reason they cut it is because of, like, because the scene didn't make sense in Godspeed. How the fuck once your hair moving?
What's up, Jason?
And you running at, I don't know, Mach 3. You running at Mach 3.
I don't know, Jarvis.
And your ponytail is staying right here. That's the kind of shit that I would say, hey, y'all gotta reshoot this. Why? What's wrong? Her hair is not moving. What? Her hair is not moving. She's running at super speed. I don't give if she cut a corner. If you running and you cut a corner, your ponytail. If you make a right turn, your ponytail is gonna fly behind you. Not so much if you make a left. If you making a left turn, because I'm going to my left, it will go this way.
I don't necessarily think it was a dirty look that she made at Caitlyn. I already said that in the video. I felt like when she knocked that coffee on her, it was to stop HR and Caitlyn from talking because I felt like he was going to figure out a way to split her. Harry. He was going to find a way to split her from Caitlyn, which you see this season, they needed her. Like, she knew that. She's the only one that Cicada couldn't affect by the dagger. They needed her to stay that way. That's what it was. She was looking like she just stopped something from happening. If Harry and Caitlyn would have kept talking, they both scientists. They was going to figure out a way to pull Killer Frost out of her, which means Caitlyn would have been dead this season. Or she would have been no use to anybody.
She wouldn't have been a use. And that's why, because Thawne knew. Thawne knows that she separated herself from that.
He already knew everything. That's why he told her in that journal probably what places to go and what to do. Like little things at first. That big thing was the satellite. That's why Sherlock was like, who told you to do that at that moment? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was all a part of the plan.
So this is what happens. Thawne has the dagger on him from when Dwyer got from where Dwyer was. Because She-Kata never had the dagger in the future. The dagger that's on him is from Dwyer. Dwyer needed the dagger. Grace doesn't need that dagger. Her powers are in her body.
We had a whole discussion before the episode. I was like, they keep focusing on this dagger, but I'm like, she doesn't need that. Because when she first came on the scene, she bodied Cecile and Nora before she even had it. And she had them little dual weapons when she was like reflecting the bullets. I'm like, she don't need that. So when they were showing the whole timeline thing with Ralph, I was like...
And they were focusing on the daggers.
Right. And they had the picture like Cicada too. She had the dagger, but he didn't. So she could still...
No, he had the dagger.
She had
her daggers.
What I was trying to tell Trey was, I think that in the future, like in the timeline with Cicada 1 and 2, that he never died. He just passed the mantle on to her. Like, you know how they kind of showed him in her ear? Like, recently on the episode, I feel like that's what happens in the future. Like, he would have just passed it on to her. Like... She probably caught him, but that's why she left the dagger on him, because, you know, she don't need it to keep doing whatever in the future. But if he made the circumstance to where she needed to come back and kill her uncle, you know, and all that, and then they get the dagger from her because he used the dagger all the time. She don't need it like that. So that's where you get the vulnerable part from. Like, she could leave it or do whatever with it and it not matter because she still had her powers. He always needed it to, like, I guess, get rid of the meta's powers before he killed them. She didn't need that. So, like, with her just leaving it in that machine or leaving it wherever, then that's the opportunity for y'all to make it disappear. Hence, now it's going to be going from the future.
Y'all don't understand. Y'all not getting it. Thawne doesn't get the daggers. They took the dagger. The dagger is suppressing his power.
Yeah, that's what we forgot to explain. Like, that's what we figured out, like, after the episode. So, the dagger is on his chest because it's dampening him.
That's what's dampening his powers outside of the thing. If you look at the episode, because remember, Ralph is supposed to be dead to Thawne from season 1. He called his name Ralph Dibny. Now he's seeing Ralph, and he knows Ralph is a good detective. So when he looked down at his chest, Ralph was like, "What the fuck is like?" Ralph is figuring this shit out. Ralph is way better. He has some of the best character development in 2 seasons than like anybody I've seen. Like, it's fucking amazing.
Let me try to break it down like this. So in the future, when they went, like when Iris came and they talked to the guard and they was like, nobody's gone to visit Thawne, like he's only had 2 visitors or whatever, she could have probably caught him in the future, put the dagger on him to dampen him. That's how they were able to catch him. She's the one who put the nail in the coffin. Like, she's the one who probably caught him. So she could still use her powers to kill other metas, you know what I'm saying? Because she don't need the dagger to do it. Y'all see that at the police station in this episode, that she was still able to like get the upper hand up on Barry and everybody just by using her regular shits. So with that being said, Thawne concocts this plan that I guess for him takes another 15 years, to where I guess 15 years he had to wait for the right opportunity with Nora or whatever. But he concocts this plan so that if you get rid of the dagger in the past, like in Barry's timeline, then in the future it disappears and I get my power back. That's why it's strapped to his chest. And that's probably why they showed that clip of Ralph like looking at his chest like, why the fuck they got that thing on his chest? Because we always thought like he was gonna get injected with the you know, like with the cure or something like that when the timer went off. But they still just gotta take him out of the thing. As y'all saw when they took it off his chest, that's why it's there though. It's dampening his speed. That's probably the only thing that they could use to dampen his powers. So if it disappears in the past, it disappears in the future. Yep. If you destroy the dagger in 2019, how can it exist in 2049? So that's what he basically had her go back to do for him. Like, he was manipulating her the whole time. Maybe he did catch feelings that he wasn't expecting.
Like, maybe just the same way, he spent all that time with Barry watching over him. And when Barry came, he caught feelings. But Thawne to Barry is like, you're the Flash. You're my enemy, regardless.
That's a good question. I just feel like that's plot, or either she didn't have, like maybe she couldn't. Cause who is this? Liberty said, why did Grace give Thawne the dagger? Why not just kill him? Like, I feel like it was some shit like with Thawne. You never know if they kill him, he could just like another timer that can pop up. It's in the future. I don't know what kind of backstory or what kind of situation he in with her in the future, to where they probably felt like it was best to lock him up.
I feel like maybe we'll get more of that next episode if they have the time,
or next season, depending on what they do. But I just feel like if she didn't kill him with the way she is like now, it's a reason she didn't. Either she couldn't, or it was just gonna make stuff worse. So, cause I mean, kill Thawne and then another one pop up to come stab your ass in the back while you sleep at night or some shit. It's probably best just to lock him up. Then it's like, if you locked up, maybe you can't do nothing else. No more clones or whatever. Like, I don't know.
And people keep saying he has some gray hair. That hair is not gray. That shit is blonde. Yeah. Like, y'all have to remember, Thawne is a natural blonde. He did the black hair to make it look like Harrison Wells. But y'all gotta remember, Matt hair is blonde. So they have to do the blonde for Thawne because it's coming through. Now, will he probably dye his hair real quick? You know, he a speedster. Yeah. But, like, he's in prison, so his hair is going to grow out blonde. Just like...
Basically, Mr. J, you just explained it. That's basically what they doing.
So, Gray from the future caught Reverse Flash, and they're using the dagger to dampen his powers. And Thawne got nerve to go to the past so they could destroy the dagger so he could be free. Boom. There you go. Just that simple.
Thank you for the donation, Trekkie. Hey y'all, love you guys forever. It's me. Just got let go from my job yesterday, and I don't know why they wouldn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry you lost your job."
They have to give you a reason for termination.
It depends on where you work and what you sign. They do not have to do that. It depends on the state, where you work, and what kind of papers you sign when you start.
Look up the state and do all that stuff, and
they probably ain't deserve you anyway. Just find you another job. It probably wasn't that serious. That's what I was thinking too. Like, if you kill Cicada too, you kill Nora, because they linked. I feel like, you know how they be seeing through each other's eyes. So like if one died, would the other one die or be in a lot of pain because they linked or whatever? I don't know. That's like, I don't know. But I just feel like while he was getting to her, like, yeah, this might have been his end goal. I just feel like he got attached to her while he was doing all that. So he probably just felt like, well, she's not gonna get hurt if they just destroy the dagger and I get out. You know what I'm saying? So, and then maybe if he comes to 2019 to kill, you know, like Cicada 2, maybe that will do something to her and he just don't know that. I don't know. Because it's like, it seems like he knows so much, but then it still seems like it's stuff that he don't know too. So I don't know. Maybe he just knows shit that's pertaining to him, and maybe he don't give a fuck about the rest. I don't know. I don't know what they gonna do with that. But you know what I noticed? Like that. Okay, my whole thing was, I thought they destroyed the dagger, right? Like, you know how when it went off, Ralph was like, "No, don't shoot it." They never showed it being destroyed, right?
Yeah.
I don't think it's destroyed though, so I don't know how he gonna get out unless something happened later. Because in the preview for the next episode, you remember she had the dagger in her hand over Nora. I thought about that when I went back and watched. I'm like, she got the dagger in her hand, so they didn't destroy it. But it just when it didn't have like the glow like it normally have. That's probably why people didn't notice. They didn't have it like lit up. It was just like a regular little zigzag thing or whatever. I mean, you could look at the thing like, yeah, you could look at it. You want me to put a look?
Mute this mic because I don't want to hear this shit. I don't want them to claim this goddamn video.
You got it on mute. Looked at it again.
Okay.
But yeah, so I don't know. But I'm assuming something still will happen to it. Like it just maybe didn't get destroyed.
You know what? Maybe it just gets sent to another dimension or another space, time. And that's all Thawne needs. You know what I'm saying? He a speedster. He see that instant, he gone.
I guess. I just feel like that's the cliffhanger because, you know, they've been trying to do stuff that you don't see. Like, Ralph was yelling at him to stop. So I feel like we always be talking about how he should be quick enough to do stuff. They didn't show it get destroyed. And then I feel like it's going to pop up in the next episode that it ain't really get destroyed. But it may at some point. I just feel like it didn't get. I feel like it'll get destroyed maybe when it's too late. Like if she do something to Nora, then they destroy it. And then he pop up like, so y'all let this happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. Tuesday, ain't that many days left.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
Oh, that's possible, Miss D. They could have made some kind of bargain. Like, she didn't kill him because, like, yeah, you still got to be locked up. But for her to go back to know about the cure and all that stuff, I guess he would have had to tell her. So, I'm hoping they explain it all in the episode so it'll make sense. Like, we'll see, though. Because you can't just have all this stuff like with the Flash. That's the thing about the Flash. With time travel and powers and all this stuff, you can't just do stuff and not have an explanation for it. Because it is going to make it seem like it don't make sense. So.
I feel like Barry will kill Thawne if Nora dies. And like, we will get the trial of the Flash next season.
But you think he'll do that if it's not his fault she died? Like, you think he'll still...
Oh, he'll blame him. He gonna blame him regardless. Because he set everything in motion.
No habla inglés.
Like, think about it, y'all. Thawne set everything in motion this whole season to get what he need. No, that's not even say. Thawne has set shit up. Man, Thawne, I swear, y'all, Thawne is behind everything that is the Flash.
I mean, I can see that.
Think about it. The whole thinker thing, he sent her back that far. Hey, go here, go do this, go do this. Ever since the thinker, he started setting that shit up. Okay. So for the past 2 years, he's been manipulating shit.
I don't think Nora gonna make it to the crossover next season. I feel like next episode might be her last.
Rockets in game 6. Let's. Okay.
Reverse Flash. I feel like he gonna get out because he's supposed to play a role. Like that would be one of their biggest mistakes to write him in the paper for the crossover and then him not be there.
Yeah, so he gonna get out.
But somebody made the comment that what's his name? The Monitor. I think they said the Monitor's supposed to be on like all the shows at the end. But I mean I can see that because they trying to set up the crossover for next season already. Cause all you gonna get is them first few episodes in the fall and then bam, like then it's the crossover. All I need to know is what nights I need to be ready and what time. I'm sure it's gonna be good. You don't know what the Flash gonna do. People edit shit to make it look a certain way, and that don't be what happened when the show come on. So, could we get Bart if we have Trial of the Flash while Barry's away next season? I don't know.
We not getting Bart.
If they ever did Bart, I feel like they do him just like they did Godspeed, and it'll be like some shit that didn't last all season. Maybe just like an episode.
And this is the thing, like, people thinking we're gonna get Red Death next season. I feel like shit, we might get Godspeed next season. Cause they made that costume. We didn't see the shit about no Red Death costume. We saw a fucking Godspeed costume.
I don't think there's gonna be a consequence for that though, like, cause her running back 52 times, that's part of her ability. She didn't change time, she just rewound it like she did when she helped him with the satellite. If there is a consequence, like, it ain't gonna be nothing like super big, like Flashpoint or nothing like that. That's all I'm saying. Like, her using her power to rewind time, them little however long she could do it, that's just a part of her ability. Because she did it in another episode already and there was no consequence. She did it the episode when she went crazy on Barry. When she was chasing him, she rewound it and then tried to kill him. Like, she did it then. Who do you guys think Iris is going to be? They not going to skip her giving birth if they make her pregnant. That's why I'm just like, you got to choose your battles. It's like, are you going to introduce... I feel like they may introduce the twins, but I don't know how, because, I mean, they had a casting call for twins. I don't know if it's for next season or whatever, but it's just like when you bring kids into the show for, like, a big character, you have to show them kids. You can't just... Oh, Iris gave birth to the Tornado Twins, but then they never show them. Like, that's something like it's a big deal when the major characters have kids. So, like, yeah, we don't see Joe and Cecile kid. We know she exists, but it's not like she important because they, like, supporting characters. But Barry and Iris are, like, main characters. So if Barry has a kid or children, that's a big deal. But I said that to Trey too. He act like he didn't know who she was showing up, but he could have just been doing that for Nora's sake if he lying and manipulating her.
Who?
He would know who Grace was if she the one who put him in jail. He say Thun act like he didn't know about Grace in the future. Remember he was looking at the thing like with Nora, that episode with that they were supposed to stop.
Yeah, just like he acted like he didn't know who Nora was. Hello? Like, he knew who the fuck Nora was. What are you talking about, Trey? He knew who Nora was because he saw it in his past. When Barry and Nora went to the Star Labs, he knew who Nora was. So when he saw her for the first time,
right,
for her first time,
he already knew.
He already knew who she was. So he had to play it down. She's not thinking about it like that because it's time travel.
Right. Y'all gotta remember he from way in the future. It's a lot of shit that he's seen or done or experienced that a lot of these people don't think about because he in their timeline, but he still got his whole future that he know and all that kind of stuff. So
like the first time Thawne saw her was in Star Labs. What? Back in 20. It would be season 2, episode 17 for him, or season 5, episode 8. That was the first time they saw each other. Well,
but you're not gonna see Felicity pregnant because she's not gonna be on the show no more. If they would have kept her for the next season, then it's possible you would have. So Iris ain't going nowhere. If they make her pregnant, then you gonna probably see that. So they had Cecile big pregnant, and she a supporting character. So if Iris get pregnant, she gonna be pregnant. How would the dagger disappear if nothing changes? It would just make a new timeline. What? Right, but that's the thing. You assuming that it's gonna disappear. That's what we are assuming. They never showed Barry destroy the dagger yet because Ralph was trying to stop him. They could have stopped right before, and just because they showed it on his chest, that don't mean it disappeared yet because they didn't show it disappear. They'll get to that when they get to that. Like they haven't gotten there yet. We just naming possibilities. That's what I'm assuming happened. That's the only thing that makes sense if the dagger's already on him. He wants to destroy it so that it can not be on him anymore in the future.
Yamcha, what are you talking about?
Jay not in the Speed Force no more, right?
No.
Like that's something like they've even shown him after that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Wally got out, but Jay got out eventually too. So I'm like, he not in there no more. Is that his gun though? People just assuming it's his gun because it got mirrors on it. Is that really his gun? I mean, like Mirror Master, is he really that important? I mean, if they feel like they want to do that, I guess for like a filler episode, I don't see why he be important to the story enough to do all that. Barry's not gonna die in Crisis. Nora and Dawn are not identical twins because they do not have two girls unless you meant to put Dio in. And that's still probably not right. Yeah, if Wally was gonna come back, he would have came already. I don't know what happened with that, but it is what it is at this point. They either need to replace him with somebody that's gonna stick around. I like the boy. What's his name? Keenan.
Mm-hmm.
I loved him when he played Wally, but at the same time, like that's why I don't like people that get into superhero roles and then like you only want to do it for like a season or two and then you bounce. Like I feel like he would have had way more like coverage or made way more episodes or whatever. Now, like if he would have stuck with it, like you can't just expect people just to latch on and then everything just be amazing from the start. It don't always be like that. So like if they gonna make Kid Flash a thing, they need to just like find somebody that ain't gonna go nowhere for a while. Somebody that's okay with not necessarily being in a whole season of the show.
Give me 2 months, I can work out and I can get there, baby. But you got to put me in the red because I look good in red. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me the ginger Wally West outfit, baby. Like you got to put me in red because yellow really don't mesh well with my skin tone, but red. You give me that red?
Yes, D-O-N is a boy and D-A-W-N is a girl. That's why they were named Dawn and Dawn. If it was two girls, I would assume they would pick different names.
No, Wally wasn't introduced too soon. He didn't get his powers until season 3.
He was supposed to appear in 2 more episodes, but like I mean, he didn't appear in the last episode, so Cause he probably would have where was he anyway? Into bed or something? I forgot where Joe went. Yeah. I don't know, but I'm just tripping out at how y'all still think Barry gonna die in Crisis when they showed this big gesture of Oliver like trying to take care of all that with the monitor.
I mean, if Barry died, that means they pushing the timeline up.
They wouldn't do that though, Hydrant, because like you have to understand when you writing a comic book show that as much as you want to create your own path, you still have comic book fans that watch the show, and when you do certain stuff or you retcon stuff, people be mad and they'll stop watching. If they turned the Tornado Twins into Dawn and Nora instead of Dawn and Dawn, people would not be happy about that. People, you do not know the backlash they got just for finding out the girl name was Nora in the first place instead of Dawn. So if they was tripping over her name, just imagine if they like gender bend the other twin and make it two girls.
And people don't like it's certain stuff you just can't do.
Like the Tornado Twins in the comics have like so much different stuff. Like you got the regular Tornado Twins, you got the evil Tornado Twins that Thawne gets to. Like you got so much stuff. Like it's just some stuff you can't mess with. Like if you don't know what to do with it, leave it alone. Don't make her pregnant. You ain't got to.
Like you, and
we
like,
always know they have kids in the future. She ain't gotta have kids right now.
Like yeah, like don't. I'm telling you, do not change that boy to a girl. Don't do that.
And that's why I feel like they rushing the Flash, because when they moved up the Crisis timeline to 2019 instead of what 2021, 20 what year
24.
2024, and then like her newspaper was supposed to come out in 2021 with
yep.
And they moved that up too. That's what making me think they're gonna make her pregnant, because they moving all these events up. So I don't know, but I'm just like, if you bring babies and then y'all finna start season 6, I just feel like that's something you would start later in the game if you trying to make it 10 seasons. So I don't know. Like I feel like that's something she get pregnant like season 8 if they was trying to do 10 seasons. But 6, I just feel like that's early.
That's too early. Unless you're gonna pull a Bart or Jay and Iris too, and make them age fast.
Yeah, that's two more characters you gotta add to the show.
Yeah, unless you gotta make them age fast and slow them down. And slow their aging down to like when they're teens. Because y'all have to understand, getting kids to work in Hollywood is difficult because you have certain restraints on how long kids can work in Hollywood. That's why they age characters. That's why you get someone like Jessica Parker Kennedy, who's 34, 35 years old and doesn't look a day over 20.
I just feel like
think about it,
for them right now.
Like that girl's 34, 35 years old. She don't look. She looks younger than Candace and Grant.
I don't feel like the show mature enough to handle kids yet, because if you bring little babies, that's something that got to be shown. And then if you age them up, like even if say for instance Cisco leave or Caitlyn leave, and you do got space to bring in more characters, Barry already not holding the show himself the way he should be to bring in 2 characters like that. You know what I'm saying? Cause like I wouldn't mind seeing like a Flash family show, like you got Flash and then you got the twins, you know, like they all doing stuff together. But the show's not at that point where Barry taking enough charge to be like, do this, do that, whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's where they need to get him at. They need to put him as a leader, like he needs to be a leader. Like yeah, he cool, but I'm just like the stuff Ralph figured out. That's some shit Barry should have been able to figure out, or somebody else. Ralph coming to the team new, regardless if he a detective or not. They experienced time travel all these seasons, and y'all can't figure that out. Y'all know timelines get fucked up, and that Thawne had a plan, and y'all didn't even try to sit 15 minutes and figure the shit out. It took somebody else to do that. Like I'm glad they gave Ralph a purpose. Like I'm glad that he figured it out, but that's just some shit that the main character should do.
It's like, this is the thing, like they Barry hears Thawne's name and he just sees red.
Right.
And I understand that. I get it. I do. And I'm always love Barry. But you gotta understand, you have to think like a leader. Look, this is called Team Flash, not Kid Flash, not Team Vibe, not Team Killer Frost. This is Team Flash. Listen to me. you have to be able to put your feelings aside sometimes and say, this is the reason this is happening. Okay. Or if you can't, you got so much going on, yeah, you do delegate stuff to other people. But that's what leaders do. You're supposed to be able to say, hey, check on this, do this, do this, do this. Yeah, do this, do this, do this. And I'm cool with that. I am. But I feel like he doesn't lead the way he needs to lead yet. And even in the first big crossover, when Supergirl came, even Oliver said Barry brought us together, so he should be the leader. Okay, I get that. Even though Oliver was the more authoritative figure, people follow Barry. But Barry needs to lead. He's been in enough situations. He's been doing this 5 years now. He should be to the point. Now, I feel like next season they should come in strong. Be like, hey guys, do this, do this, do this. Like, I need to see that growth from Barry. I need that.
He need to be like, there ain't no let him be the Flash. Like, he just need to do it. My whole thing was that will fuck Thawne's nervous system up. My whole thing is your mom's dead. I get this man killed your mom, but you done tried to go back and change it. We see that whatever outcome you try to do, it don't work out. Like him killing your mom basically puts you on the path to become the Flash. I thank that man and walk off. Be like, you know what? Yeah, I'm pissed that you killed my mama, but guess what? I'm the Flash, and you'll never be me. And walk off. He be so mad because he been trying his whole life. You'll never be me, and just walk off. Like, be petty.
And like, y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all the kind of person I am. That kind of shit, I can make that work for a full season. Okay, y'all want Bart? Okay, I'll give you Bart. Here you go, CW. Here go your season 7, because I know y'all probably already got your season 6. Here go your season 7. The finale. We introduce Bart. Comes in. This is Soul Crash. Y'all know that's what y'all want. Y'all want Crash Bart Allen. Got you. But
in Crisis, Oliver sounded like he had leadership because he was on the phone with Gideon and had to run back to fight.
So with the whole Bart thing, we're gonna introduce Bart. We're gonna bring back Thawne. Of course, we gotta bring back Thawne, but I want Matt to come back. We're gonna bring back Thawne, but Thawne has been fighting Bart in the future. He has been, unbeknownst to Bart, taking his DNA to do what? Create his clone. Thaddeus, Thawne. Hence Inertia. Inertia will have green lightning to signify, you know what I'm saying, that he's different. Or you can put it with the green and the red, whatever. But he will have green lightning. He will fuck with Bart. He will fuck with Bart. He will fuck with Barry. Because guess what? Both Bart and Inertia are going to be played by the same person. Why? Because there is a clone. So you get a person who can play a good guy and an even better bad guy.
They ain't got enough good.
Like, you have to get that dynamic. You have to get somebody that can play a good guy. He's so carefree. But you got to get somebody to be on the other side of that coin.
Who said that?
A diabolical villain.
See, that's how you have this. This is why DC be losing. You have to know, be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. Everybody can't be Marvel. It ain't even enough good female good female heroes in DC for the crossovers to even do a scene like that. It went like 3-4 people, 5. Cause he was like, we hope we get an all-female superhero scene in the crossover like they did in Endgame. Don't be that. Be yourself. Like, that's what people mess up.
Like, okay, DC.
You want to be the dollar store version of Marvel.
Okay, DC movies, I got you. Fuck it. Aquaman did good. You got the Shazam movie that did okay. And we got Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Okay. So fuck it. We need a Flash movie. Cause let's retcon this shit. Let's retcon this whole Batman shit. Like, Batman not coming. I don't know if Superman done, but okay, Ben gone. I don't know if Henry leaving or if he's staying.
When do we get a female villain?
So, with the movies, let's do Flashpoint. We do Flashpoint. We fix the stuff. We come back by the end of Flashpoint. Because we can do the Flashpoint movie just like the cartoon. Because the fucking cartoon was so long, like you could do Flashpoint. Do that as a 2 hour, anyway from a 2 hour to 2 hour 15-minute movie. That's enough time to do Flashpoint. That's enough time. Boom, you done. Now, the next movie. Let's introduce Batman. Let's reintroduce Superman. We already got Aquaman, Wonder Woman, and Shazam. You know what I'm saying? You already got those people in that movie, so the movie's really taking a life of its own. Then when we come back after doing the Batman and Superman, we got everybody we need. Now let's do a Justice League movie. Let's do a real Justice League movie. You know what DC does? The way they shoot their movies is too dark and gritty. It doesn't. It feels, when you look at it, it feels like a fantasy world. It doesn't. People love to feel like they're a part of the superhero universe when they look at movies. Like when you walk into a Marvel movie and you look at the screen, you feel like, oh my God, I've been a part of this universe, and it just feels like I'm right there in it. Like I'm right here in Endgame, and I'm watching. You know what? Hold up. Is it 3 weeks in? If man, if you ain't seen Endgame, sorry for you right now, because I'm finna start talking about my movie. It feels like I'm right here seeing Cap versus Cap. Bow. You know what I'm saying? Shields banging. Yeah, that's America's ass, all right. I want to feel that. When I look at DC, it's like, it feels like it's this overtone. It's like it's no bright colors. It's like yellow flowers look dingy. And I love the Shazam movie. I watched Aquaman and I was like, oh, okay. That was by far the brightest movie I've seen, Aquaman.
Supposedly it's 7 crises in DC. I'm assuming the Crisis on Infinite Earths must be like a super big window.
So no, but that's how you feel when you look at these movies. Like, it's okay to use bright colors. I know DC is darker than Marvel. Hell yeah, it is. I get that, but you don't have to show that when you shoot the movie. Like, it doesn't. The coloring doesn't have to be dark. It doesn't have to be that way. Like,
who is Arnold Stark?
Like, it just doesn't have to be there. Be that way. I don't need Supergirl getting a movie. I'm being fucking honest. Nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody. And I'm not saying nothing. I don't know who the actress is. I don't know none of that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about a Supergirl movie. Because you know what? We ain't got a Batman movie. The Man of Steel was what, 2013. It's 2019. 6 years, what? How many movies they had? They had Man of Steel, Batman v Superman, Justice League, Suicide Squad, Wonder Woman.
I agree with that.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam.
I'm
7
not hard
movies.
To please though. I just want the shit to make sense.
7 movies in 6 years. Like, you should set yourself up. You should go into this bitch thinking, okay, let's sit down. Y'all want to make $20 billion within the next 10 years. And with DC, you could do it. I swear, I know you could. DC has everything they need to make $20 billion in the next 10 years from these movies. $20 billion. I'm talking about shutting shit down. There are characters upon characters upon characters. And like,
the next Iron Man would probably be Riri if they really did it like on screen, but I don't know, cause she already in the comics.
I'm like, y'all, man. Like, Flashpoint would set up everything with this new story arc. and we would go from there. And like, yeah, I was still like, okay, we do. Okay, let's say we don't do Flashpoint then. Okay, fuck it, Flash. Okay then, let's go and let's do. We do Thawne for the first villain, of course. Okay, you don't want to do Thawne, that's fine.
They said the equivalent of Kevin Feige was Jeff Johns, but they let him go or something like that, right?
I think
they don't do it no more.
Like, I'm like, y'all.
I just feel like DC should have like solidified like the singular movies before like going into like Justice League, because you ain't have no Batman movie, which he one of like the top characters for fucking DC. You had Wonder Woman, which did well. Aquaman did good. Shazam was good, but it didn't like. I don't think people wanted to give it a chance. Like, I feel like it should have made more money than it did because it actually was good. But like, if you would have did them movies first, then try to come with Justice League and do it better, like then I feel like it probably would have made a difference. Okay. But like going into a movie like that and then you don't even really know about the characters, is like, why?
It's been doing good since Wonder Woman. Really? Can I see your phone?
I'm about to go in a minute, y'all. I gotta go to Walmart before it rains again.
Can you bring? Matter of fact, just let me do this.
I see ships all the time without captains that don't sink. They docked on the harbor. I mean,
where your browser at?
If you want to be technical.
Okay, no, better.
Just use the page you was on. I didn't say they were exactly the same. I just said similar for DC. I mean, it is what it is. No two people are alike.
Shazam was a good movie. It made $357 million.
I know they doing a Wonder
Woman.
Like,
I know it cost 80 to 100 million, but I feel like that movie should have done better.
For who?
Shazam.
Oh yeah, we went to go see it. Like, Shazam was really good. Like, it really surprised us. But I'm just assuming people just, like he was saying, people only went to see Aquaman because Jason Momoa was in it.
That's the only reason people went to see Aquaman.
I guarantee you, if this Shazam would have had The Rock in it as Black Adam, it would have made more money.
Now watch when Black Adam comes out. People are gonna go see that, and then when you see Shazam 2 and when The Rock is in it, watch how that does numbers. You have to understand, movies do numbers because of the people that are in them. The Rock is a marketable guy. His movie, when Black Adam comes out, I guarantee you, let's say that movie costs $100 million to make, $150 million to make. I guarantee you that movie makes anywhere from $700 million to $900 million because The Rock is in it. Jason Momoa, women love him. Men want to be him. He's an attractive guy. Why do you think that movie made $1 billion fucking dollars?
I ain't even know that. As much as I like Wonder Woman, I never knew that.
Knew what?
That she got a black twin sister.
Oh, because people were petitioning that Serena Williams played the character. I was like, I don't know about that shit.
Why her though? Why wouldn't you just go to
because of the way she's built.
Okay, but Gal ain't built like that. So if she got a whole twin sister, why we had to just go strictly to Serena?
Okay, the reason people didn't like Riri Williams Ironheart because she is now the smartest person in the Marvel universe, and she's like, I forgot how old she is. Like, she's the smartest person in the Marvel universe, and people didn't like it, huh?
Her name Nubia. Somebody said Nubia. I was just trying to see who that was.
Are you talking about for Wonder Woman? Yeah, I think so. But I'm like, Riri is the smartest person in the Marvel universe.
If John Cena was to Shazam, I probably wouldn't have went to go see it. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
No,
I wouldn't even.
I would have never
went that serious like that. I'd have been like, no.
No, I would have not went. Now I'm not saying Zach is a bad actor. I actually loved him as Shazam, but he has to prove
he ain't got that. Like,
he has to prove himself, and people want him to prove himself. You know what I'm saying? That's all. Like, okay, let's say Ezra leaves and doesn't want to play the Flash anymore. Let's say since Chris Evans is done with being Cap, let's say he keeps his blonde hair, he goes and be Barry Allen. People are going to go see that movie because it's Chris Evans. People are going to be like, oh, Chris Evans playing the Flash? He went over to DC? Oh, I'm going. Because he's proved his worth as an actor. He's been in many movies. He's been the Human Torch. He solidified himself as Captain America. When you see Captain America, you think of Captain America, you think of Chris fucking Evans. And you're going to be like, oh, well, his first movie. Because when the first Captain America came out, people were like, it was okay. It wasn't all that. But then you saw him in Avengers, like, oh, okay. But the Winter Soldier, you were like, oh, hell yeah. Captain America is the shit. Avengers, Age of Ultron, you still love him. Civil War, you like, oh, hell yeah. Endgame, you fucking love Cap. By Endgame, it didn't even take me that long. So I'm telling you, like, it's all in the person who plays the character. This is why I say studios should not go get big name people to play characters. Why? Because you're trying to build a legacy. You're trying to build a franchise for decades. You get young actors, young 25 to maybe 35. People that no-name actors. You build those actors up, so by the time they're 10 movies in, they're like, I'm making $20 million. I can do a couple more. Like, get those people. Like, get the people that have no name. The biggest name was Robert Downey Jr. in the MCU. And I'm like, we can't see nobody else playing Iron Man. Sorry. You have to wait. That character, you're going to have to wait 20 years. You're going to have to wait 20 years.
Girl got clean on us. You seen them?
I don't even know who the hell that was. Oh, I couldn't tell who she was because her skin looked like her.
Bushy brows, big forehead, burgundy lip. I'm ready for you, Houston. She's here. Look, I'm like, she's here.
I'm like, she didn't even look like herself. Her skin would look lighter because of the picture.
The lighting problem.
Yeah, see, like right there, like she looked different to me. I'm like, nobody can play Wolverine for another 20 years. Well, actually, like 18 years now. 2 years have passed. But I'm like, you see what I'm saying? When you do that, you can't have these big names. Like when Hugh Jackman played the character for 17 years, you like, okay, he can put it down. Like Robert Downey Jr. only did 11 years, but those 11 years he did so many movies. It's like you're like, he can put it down. He can put it down. It's hard to let him go. But he can put it down. He can hang up his arc reactor. We good, man. We good. We don't want to see you go. But it's okay. You've given us enough. It's cool. Oh, let me talk about something real quick that pissed me off. Cause motherfuckers pissed me off in this Spider-Man Far From Home trailer. Motherfucker, why the fuck would Peter die? Okay, let me break it down for you, fucking dumbass. Peter just saw his mentor die, right? He studied saying the world needs another Iron Man. So when you see your mentor die, saving the earth, giving his life, what would you do as his student, his disciple? You're going to follow your mentor, your leader's mentality. You're going to give it all, including your life. This is why I'm saying if they're going to do the multiverse, well, Miles is already a part of the multiverse. Remember, his uncle was talking to him. He's the problem. Yeah, I know that. That means this is the ultimate universe. That would mean that this is the ultimate universe. And in that universe, Peter dies. I guess you ain't seen Spider-Man Into the Universe. I guess you ain't read the comics when the Green Goblin fucked him up. I guess you ain't watched fucking Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon on Disney. All of them do the same thing. They kill Parker. They kill him. He dies. Miles steps up. Miles regrets not staying and helping or not jumping in the fight. And one of either the comic book. Come on, man, it's there. They're setting stuff up. Will he die anytime soon? Probably not. But they're just setting stuff up. They're putting things in motion. So Sony, because I don't know if Sony has the rights to Miles. I know they have the rights to Peter, but I don't think they have the rights to Miles. A live action Miles. I don't know. Maybe they do. I haven't looked it up or I haven't looked into it. I'll do that some other time when I'm free, not doing other shit. Let's say they do. But Miles is a big character. That's another Spider-Man. People they won't kill Parker. Yeah, they will. If they introduce multiverse, they will kill this. They will kill Tom Holland off, but bring Tom Holland back as the same Spider-Man from another Earth. That's all. It'll still be Tom Holland playing him. He'll just be from another Earth. That's all. That's the thing about multiverse. Oh, okay, well, this Peter Parker died, so, this Peter Parker came from another Earth. Or, it's funny that people get so mad by what I say. Look, bruh, I'm just going by what's being presented. It's context clues. Peter saw fucking, I'm finna say Thon, Stark, Tony, give his life to protect the whole universe. You don't think Kevin Feige and these writers at Marvel set up shit decades beforehand? I mean, movies upon movies, they setting shit up. You don't think they will set up fucking Peter dying?
Does it matter why you can't see me on the gaming channel? Why you keep asking that? You can see me now. That's all that matters. I'm here.
I'm it's all in the details. If you're not paying attention, that's not my fault. Don't be surprised when you come the new Avengers movie, Peter's dead. Don't be surprised. 4 years, 5 years later, he's dead. And you be like, why did they kill him? I didn't see it coming. I'll be like, well, you didn't see it coming, but they teased that way back then in Endgame. And goddamn Spider-Man Far From Home. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. Maybe you should pay attention to the context clues. People didn't see the context clue between Cap and Tony. You knew if you watched Endgame, you knew who was gonna die and who wasn't. You saw it. I saw the movie once, and I was like, yep. All through the movie, if you watch the movie, they give you details on who gonna be selfless and who's gonna be selfish. In this movie, Tony was selfless, Cap was selfish. And that's where their characters have finally reached. Initially, when the MCU started, it was the other way around. Tony was selfish. Cap was selfless. But in this ending, you feel he could have been selfish. He needed it. He deserved it. Tony was selfless because he had a whole kid, man. He's lived his life. He's been happy. He's seen the other side. He's seen the good in the world. And he wanted to protect the good in the world. I'd give everything to protect it in a snap. But we finna get up out of here.
Why you say Black Widow didn't need to die? So how they was gonna get the Soul Stone? Wasn't no point in Clint dying if it would have worked, then he was gonna get his family back. I don't get why you say it's no point. They couldn't just go yank this shit out the earth. Somebody had to die.
Kelly, they teased that in the end game. The whole Tony Stark AI.
He talking about she talking about for Riri.
I know they teased that. They teased that at the end.
That don't mean they teased it for her though. She just saying she won't.
No, that's why they did it. That was a tease for that.
So you don't think they can do that for anybody else? Like
no. Are you listening to me?
I'm saying that don't necessarily mean Riri gonna be Iron Man. They can make his daughter Iron Man in the movies going forward if they want to. That's all.
Hell no, they fucking do that. I mean, the MCU that would be
the fuck is whoever they keep asking. Who is Arnold Stark? Who is that? They keep asking about that. Like who is that? Like I'm sure it's other people that they can go with if they didn't want to go with that girl. That's all I'm saying.
They can go. They go with Riri. Riri's the logical choice. You wouldn't go with anybody else. Because the MCU is trying to preach diversity. The MCU is trying to introduce their first gay character. The MCU is trying to introduce more diversity. An Asian character coming, 2020? Is it 2020? I
think so.
So I'm like, they're trying to get more diversity. So, hey.
Arnold Stark is his brother. Is that Arno or Amo? I can't even see if that's an R and an N or an M. They can make the kid from Iron Man 3 the new Iron Man. Nah.
I don't know. Yeah, Shang-Chi is 2020. Yeah, see what I'm saying? They trying
of Kung Fu.
They trying to do all that, man. Like,
I mean, it's not necessarily a new character. They just introduced one of the characters we already know is gay.
Yeah, like so they trying to do all that, man. Like they're trying to show people that hey, we're open to any and everybody here at the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we want to make sure they're touching bases with everybody. They're not leaving anybody out. Hell, DC can do that too.
Oh, probably. I mean, I can see that. He said probably Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers what?
That's probably who the gay character gonna be. Captain Marvel. I mean, I can see that. She look like she don't.
Is she gay in the comics?
Cause they keep teasing her and what's the girl named Valkyrie like being a thing.
They do.
Like not like fan art and stuff. Like fans keep teasing that they be together, but I don't know. Marvel Eternals is having a gay lead.
Okay, what?
I don't even know who Kang the Conqueror is. I mean, I don't know about it in the comics. You mean like in the movie or like in the comics, OD? Was she with War Machine in the comics?
I didn't read those comics like that.
I think she did date like one of them in the comics, but I don't know. They could be just changing it for the continuity of the show though, like. Because I mean, if you think about comics being old, none of them are gay like in the comics probably, so it would just be something new that they do.
I forgot the gay Green Lantern. Was it Guy? Or was it somebody else? I know it wasn't Kyle. It don't matter.
What they tried to show you was that Thor was strong whether he was thick or not. His strength don't come from his abs. His fucking strength just comes from him. It don't matter what size he is.
How did Thanos pick up Stormbreaker? He didn't pick up Stormbreaker. He caught it and pushed it towards Thor. Thor called the hammer to him. Thanos saw that, grabbed it, and was pushing it down. Gravity, and like if Thor would have let go, gravity would have took over because it's going down to the ground. Come on, y'all.
But his axe ain't the same as the hammer though, is it though? You got to be worthy to do the axe too.
Yes.
Oh.
Like that's why Cap got it. When they big scene, like they caught it, he was like, no, give me that one.
Well, I just thought it was regular though. Like I just feel like anybody could pick up the axe. I knew the hammer was different. What you looking like this for?
What are y'all saying? You have to be worthy to pick up Stormbreaker. Have y'all not?
If they not what? Maybe they don't know that. Because I mean, I didn't know. I just feel like because he made it. Like,
But
it was a different
y'all didn't
story.
see. Y'all don't have to see Odin say the phrase. Look up Stormbreaker. Look it up. That's what I'm gonna make y'all do. I'm gonna stop giving y'all information. Look it up. Look it up. It's out there. What you doing?
I need where to go.
Oh, okay. In the movie, it wasn't enchanted. Who said throw it in enchanted? Off screen somewhere. He could do that. So if it's not enchanted, everybody can pick up Thor's hammer. What's the purpose of it? Anybody can pick up what? What is that?
I'm.
Okay, so for the MC for the fucking MCU is not required, which is stupid because in the comics you have to be worthy, which I'm like that's stupid. Why would you change that rule? So bam, that makes no sense. So okay, if the Russo brothers just said that makes no sense. So why when Cap called Mjolnir, Stormbreaker came to him? That makes no sense. So that means he could have been called the damn Stormbreaker to him. So you have to be worthy to pick up Mjolnir. And so since you're worthy to pick up Mjolnir, you can pick up Stormbreaker automatically.
What a random person said is that when Quill asked why can't they all have one, it said because the weapon could kill Thanos. Thor says their body wouldn't be able to handle the power of the weapon. So that's what I'm assuming, that it's just like the wielder. Like if you're strong enough to handle it, cool. But if not, then you can't. So Thanos being, I guess, like, I don't know.
But this is what I'm saying. Cap could pick up Mjolnir. Mm-hmm. He was worthy. Mm-hmm. Then during the little fight, you know, they had their little goofy moments during fights and stuff in Marvel. He was calling the hammer. He was trying to call Mjolnir, but he caught Stormbreaker. So if that's the case, he should have been able to call Stormbreaker any point in time, because you don't have to be worthy to call it. If you don't have to be worthy, why the fuck am I able to pick this bitch up? Oh, that's right, because you're worthy of Mjolnir. So in turn, you have to be fucking worthy. Like this is what I'm saying about movies making sense. This is why YouTube channel like Cinema Sins fucking exist. Because that's a fucking sin. Like I have to be worthy to pick up Mjolnir, but I don't have to be worthy to pick up Stormbreaker.
I get what you're saying, but I just think it's like you have to be powerful enough to pick up Stormbreaker. Like if you regular, it's gonna tear your body apart. But if you strong enough, like Cap, because he's stronger than most people, then that's why. Like that's what I think the interpretation is on it. Like if somebody like Quill went to pick it up, he get fucked up because he's just regular. But if Cap pick it up, then it's fine. Like I get what you're saying though, but I mean,
so you have to have old cosmic powers. Oh, okay, so you have to be like Captain Marvel level, Captain America level. Quill level before he loses powers from his dad. Come on, man. The worthiness makes more sense. Because in the comics, and I seen in movies where Hulk picked up Stormbreaker, but you know, you had a tough time picking that bitch up. I'm like I'm saying, that makes no sense for you to have to be worthy for one and not worthy for the other. That makes no sense. Because Cap called both of them. And that makes no sense. If like
we'll just have to like figure it out later.
She wasn't his sister in the comics.
Who?
Hela.
Oh yeah, that was Loki's daughter, right?
Yeah. I know why Cap was worthy. That's not a question. But what I'm saying, it makes no sense. Cap was worthy of Mjolnir. He picked it up. He started whooping ass.
I don't like how this dude just coming in talking about his brother got comics for sale.
Who?
The People's Champion Panther. Talking about his brother got a first edition Batman and all that kind of stuff. Like, we good on comics.
Man, all I'm saying is Mjolnir you have to be worthy. Okay, Stormbreaker you don't. So you just have to have the strength. If that's the case, Cap could have picked that bitch up any time.
Dude, should he really have them though, OD? Because he act ignorant sometimes. She's like, she's still mad Quill lost his powers. Like, dude, should he have them though? Because like, he, as we can see from the movies, he makes rash decisions. So should he have them? Everybody don't deserve power like that.
I'm just thrilled that they want to say you don't have to be worthy for Stormbreaker.
They probably just saying that because then if they say you do have to be worthy, then they're gonna be like, well, who did the enchantment? When that take place? There's more questions you gotta ask. I'm just saying, like, it probably was easier them just to be like no, because then it's just no. Because I guess in Thor they showed it for Mjolnir, and then they if you say yes for the X, they're gonna be like, well, when that happened? Who did that?
Thor did it on the goddamn planet before he left. Whoever holds his hammer, you know what I'm saying? Da shall be worthy of the power of Thor. Cool, like right before he left, boom, he did that off planet.
Now he can learn to be better. You must really like Quill, because if that was anybody else, you'd have been like, he don't deserve it.
Like, I'm just saying, man, like.
I didn't notice that Howard the Duck was in the ending too with a pistol or whatever. They was like every character was there, like even Howard the Duck. I was like, I ain't see that.
It was so quick, man.
I'm like, how he got the strap? This shit foolish. Well, we'll see if he'll redeem himself during when Guardians of the Galaxy 3 come out. Do they come out next year?
No.
Are they doing the whole Adam Warlock thing for that?
They gonna have to.
I wonder if Thor gonna be in it or no. Like, I don't think he really, like, it ain't really gonna be like as Guardians of the Galaxy, right? Because I'm like, you really gave up Asgard, so like, what are you finna do now? Like, are you just done, or are you gonna really be with them? I mean, I could see him in it. I would think, but who is Adam Warlock? Can you explain it to me? Because I just know the gold people. I forgot what her name was. It was ghetto as hell. But I remember them gold people that thought they was bougie and then they made him or whatever. But I don't know, like, who that is in terms of, like, the story.
I'm finna go. I'm finna go. Let's go.
Okay. You do?
Yeah.
Why? What's wrong with you?
Nah.
Well, we finna get out here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day. There may be streams later, so y'all can look out for that. I'm gonna still try to have my scary videos posted tomorrow, even though hopefully I'm hoping we'll be at Comic Palooza. So y'all just, enjoy your weekend before Sunday hit. And all the mothers here, if there's any happy early Mother's Day, in case I don't get a chance to say that before Sunday. But what is you whining for? I'm finna go. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
All right, man. Y'all stay real.